And welcome back to Local Matters. I'm Mike, and this is Ron. We are here in the second part of our segment of Local Matters on your TV Halton, which is truly local television. And as promised, we have a special guest in the studio, Colton DeGoyer from the, is it Canada Day? It's the Halton Agricultural Society.
Yeah, that's correct.
There we go.
The Milton Fairgrounds.
The Milton Fairgrounds, most commonly known as the Milton Fairgrounds. And as we were talking about earlier on in the segment, we are going to talk about the plans for the Milton Canada Day celebrations that are going to be happening this year. Sadly, last year didn't happen for a number of reasons, and this year we've got a great plan set in place. Lots of great volunteers have joined the force, and we're going to make Canada Day a fantastic event again this year. So Colton, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm awesome. Just a little bit of a sort of a backdrop. I know a lot of people last year were disappointed that Canada Day celebrations didn't happen in Milton, and stories are flying all over social media as to why, and I just want to make sure, okay, let's get this, all the plans settled, because it's not as easy as you think to put on an event for literally tens of thousands of people that come from Milton and visit Milton for Canada Day. Sort of what happened last year is the best way to ask.
Yeah, so last year it was just a little difficult because we had a lack of funding and a declining volunteer base. I will say that the community of Milton is amazing in the sense that, people really do step forward. They really care to try and put this thing on and do the best that they can. And we've seen a huge increase in people stepping forward this year. We've been hosting town halls at the Milton Fairgrounds. The community's got involved. They've made their voices heard. But last year we noticed that some of these challenges were present, and we tried to make an extra effort this year to really engage the community and make sure that those concerns were brought forward and that people had a chance to come in and contribute.
You're saying, like, from a fund standpoint, where does the funding come from? And again, a lot of people say it's the town that does it, and I know the town puts a small portion of funding towards it at times through sponsorship and staffing. But from a fundraising aspect, what's involved? Where does the money come from?
So that's a great question. The Milton Fairgrounds are owned by the Halton Agricultural Society. This is a common misconception. A lot of people think that it is owned by the town of Milton, which it's not. As you said, the town of Milton has contributed to this event in the past, usually via sponsorship of fireworks. Yeah, it is completely funded by the Halton Agricultural Society and our various very generous sponsors that step forward. So really, it's not funded by the town. It is a big endeavor that everybody puts on, and the local businesses do a lot to support.
And the increasing costs, I know that the cost of everything is, if we can look at the window, we can see the cost of everything going up these days, but through over the last number of years, there's been a few items that have increased in cost. And again, with declining fundraising or sponsorship or town participation when it comes to individuals, we see the buckets at the entrances. That goes towards a big portion of helping it the next year for fundraising. Some of the costs, what the costs have gone up? Which one of those?
Yeah, so I will start by saying that this is a completely free event. We don't charge an admission. So the costs that have really increased the most have been things around security. We have big concerns around security. We had our fall fair this past year, and we do have some concerns, particularly around the evening, when we get people really kind of swarming, and we get large groups gathering together. It's very difficult for us to manage with our limited budget and our limited amount of resources that we have. So our volunteers do really try and put their best foot forward to do what they can. But at the end of the day, we're managing, like you said, crowds of tens of thousands of people. We do hire paid duty officers, and we have security that we hire as well. Those costs seem to be increasing just by the sheer need of us having to increase our security and really stay on top of things. So yeah, it is primarily security. It is really like things like fireworks the town has supported, but This year we won't be doing fireworks, mainly because we want to keep this as a daytime family-friendly event. We want to help mitigate some of those security concerns, and one of the ways that we can do this to mitigate those concerns as well as keep the costs low is to kind of do an event without the fireworks. So we hope that it'll still be a successful event. We hope that the community will still come out and enjoy it, but mostly security, fireworks, and then the rest of the stuff that we do really revolves around paying for attractions, entertainment for the families that come out and the folks that come and enjoy it. Lots of different things that go into it operationally.
You talked about sort of the plans, and that's sort of a little bit of the history, and that's great. We got that out of the way because it's not an easy event, and the candidate committees over the years have done a fantastic job in organizing it. Even in the past, we've had citizenship swearing-in ceremonies, which is always an incredible thing to witness when you're witnessing so many people becoming Canadian citizens on Canada Day, which is just It's if you've never seen a ceremony like that, it's just completely heartwarming, and it truly gives the feeling behind Canada Day and becoming a Canadian citizen, the importance of it. Going forward now, what have the plans been so far to make this Canada Day happen? I know that you've had some town hall meetings, and groups of people from the community have come out to volunteer their support. Give us the steps forward from last year to this year as we get ready to go into next.
Yeah, so for this year, really it's been a big effort, as I said, has been towards rallying the community, getting people involved in the planning of the event. So rather than just us kind of doing the event and saying, here, come out and enjoy, we're actually getting engagement from the community, and we're getting them involved in the planning process. So right now where we're at is we are kind of forming committees to have the community involved in those committees, whether that be committees which are responsible for planning attractions, our concessions, so all of our food trucks and our food vendors, whether that be getting our grounds ready, so making sure that all the gates and everything gets set up, everything that's necessary logistically is in place. So having all those people get into those committees and giving them opportunities to let us know where they want to get involved is kind of where we're at, and just getting the initial tasks done. So, we're working on things like sponsorship packages. What are we going to present to our sponsors? Which sponsors would we like to reach out to this year for funding? Putting together our packages for our applications. So if you're a food vendor, how do you apply to have your food truck at Canada Day? So we put a lot of these applications online, and we do get a tremendous response from not just the Milton community, but the surrounding cities and towns. I think we had something like we put a call out on Facebook for entertainers for Fall Fair, which is a separate event to Canada Day, but we had over 200 responses to that. So there's quite a process in going through those responses, checking things like their logistics, their requirements, their costs. There's a lot of legwork that goes into that before we actually ultimately secure that vendor or that entertainer and bring that amazing show to Canada Day for the community.
That's incredible. And of course, the beer tent.
The beer tent,
The beer tent.
Can't forget about
the famous Milton Canada Day beer tent, where you can find Mayor Krantz usually sitting holding court.
Uh-oh.
And yours truly, didn't know himself, shockingly enough. But so yeah, there's lots of the entertainment that's being planned. So there's the feedback that we've received so far, and just the participation in the online Zoom meeting I was part of last week. Just seeing the sheer numbers of people there, and as soon as something was mentioned, okay, we need to do this, you can see in the chat, and you can see people raising their hands and saying, I want to get involved, I want to do this.
It's great,
it's fantastic, and I know that, like I said, over the years, the Canada Day Committee have just been done an incredible job doing that forward, and it's like events like this, you need to make sure that you have an inflow of volunteers. That's the important part.
Yeah, and I would like to say that this is a point I've kind of hammered home before about the Halton Agricultural Society, but this is a volunteer-based nonprofit organization, so Our Canada Day Committee, which has organized this event in the past, is all volunteers. I am one of 2 paid staff that work for the fairgrounds, but majority of the work that goes into it is really just the love of volunteers.
It's it's true community-based events that make a huge difference, and we see it in Milton. We see it all throughout northern Halton, especially again up in Georgetown and Acton for those. But to see that, so as a few minutes that we have left, what do we have planned so far, and that are going to lead up to Canada Day? Because you mentioned there's no fireworks, so it's going to be really a daytime event for families.
Yeah.
What kind of events, attractions can we expect?
So we will still continue doing the Veterans Breakfast.
Yes.
That is, it's not organized by us as the Halton Agricultural Society, but we collaborate with the organizers for that. And that is a long-standing event, just like Canada Day, that we hope to continue to see happen. So the Veterans Day Breakfast will still take place in the morning, and hopefully those that have partaken in that will come over to the fairgrounds, enjoy a nice Canada Day event. We are planning on doing some cool stuff this year that will help kind of lower the costs and allow this to happen, but yet still provide a lot of fun things for people to do. So we're talking about bringing back things back to the basics, like 3-legged sack races, like little car derbies, like soapbox derbies, egg on the spoon type of thing. Like, we're talking about the types of things that you could do in your backyard, and we're doing this stuff also in tandem with some of our larger entertainment. So we've looked at all sorts of things like Lego displays and various types of things. Like, if you've come to our fall fair, you'll see that we have things like our demolition derby, truck and tractor pulls. Those are some of our bigger kind of headline events. We still plan on having a few of those things for Canada Day, but we also want to mix in some of the family-friendly, low-cost options that are really engaging and fun, and kind of just bring it back to basics.
That sounds fantastic. And with the minute that we have left, how does anybody get in contact with you and the Halton Agricultural Society if they see this and go, hey, I want to get involved, I want to volunteer, I want to help?
Yeah.
Or more importantly, if I want to sponsor, if you're a company watching and you want to make a sponsorship and be part of it, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can reach me at office@miltonfair.com. Alternatively, you can also call our office, 905-878-5689. And this would be the best way to kind of get in touch with us.